I think it's a great event. It's a great opportunity for us to get to meet the management team after 1 year of integration.
I think it's been super interesting.
It's always a pleasure to meet new people at new events.
We feel the dedication for the group to push the business going onward.
The session's been great. It's actually quite interesting to see all the work that has been done with integration, with the improvements and the growth that we've done so far.
We had the opportunity to see end-to-end all the amazing things that this team has been able to drive, but also the opportunities and the challenges ahead.
Really appreciate the fact that we have senior management, executive members coming down all the way into Singapore just to understand the business better.
I think the biggest takeaway would be focused growth. The growth in the APAC platform is absolutely tremendous.
We have more than 9 markets in APAC today, and I think we will be looking at more. We want to leverage on our processes and governance to make sure that the company will churn out good numbers.
EDPR wants to be a global player, so being in the more important markets in the world. APAC, it is a key market. Essentially, we are talking about the regions with the largest growth. We want to be here for the long-term future. I anticipate that 5 years from now, we will be even a more huge, more large, more important and more relevant player in the renewable energy industry.
It's the first time that I'm here seeing a first solar floating project in Singapore. This is groundbreaking. Effectively, we are also learning from the experience. I mean, one thing is to design it, build it, then we need to operate it. So learning with the people that actually went through the entire process.
I think there are 2 fascinating elements that come to me with this project. Well, the first is the innovation that we see and feel here in every detail. The way that it all came together under the COVID context. I think it says a lot about the DNA of this team, of this company.
I think this is quite a spectacular project. This is part of a great story that we are constructing, that we are building together, which is pushing the boundaries and trying to accelerate the energy transition.
I believe that APAC can be a growing platform for EDP, so I see a lot of potential within the region. And I also see as a good opportunity for merging cultures and taking the best out of it. And I also see a lot of potential of new practices and a lot of talent that we had in APAC also to bring into the group and help us transform and start changing tomorrow now.
I think it's interesting to see people connecting on a common platform like this and getting aligned to a common theme.
No, it was very nice. It's very cool to see how all the different cultures come together. I think it really shows what a global company has become, and it's very nice to be part of that.
I think the overall feeling that I had was that I was quite inspired. It's also really nice to kind of see outside from just what we do day to day, like what is actually going on, what the bigger company is doing in the overall direction.
Listen, it's a pleasure to be here in Singapore. Tremendous team, tremendous opportunity. So I had a very enjoyable time listening to the teams, to the different country heads, all the different areas of the different business functions. I think EDP in APAC has a tremendous future of growth. Growth in the area of renewables, basically solar, but we also want to get into wind. And we want to be able to do that over the next decade. So we have a plan of installing roughly 2 gigawatts by 2025, around 6.5 billion euros until 2030. And so that's growth that's going to come from some of the key geographies that we're in here in APAC.
We are all addressing a global problem, which is the climate change and the energy transition. APAC, of course, will represent more than 50% of that growth, of that challenge. And so I clearly expect that for a company that is today in the major platforms in the world, in the US, in Europe and LATAM, and now in APAC, that APAC will indeed carry its own weight. And so we should share the weight of the APAC as a whole in terms of the transition and the needs that we have going forward.